Have you ever noticed someone who never posts online? No selfies, no birthday photos, no life updates. In a world obsessed with attention, they almost seem invisible. But psychology says that behavior isn't random. It actually reveals a lot about their confidence, mindset, and emotional intelligence. Let's break down the real psychology behind people who don't post their pictures on social media. 1. Privacy over popularity. People who rarely post often have what psychologists call a high privacy orientation. They value control over what others know or think about them. It's not that they're antisocial, they just protect their mental space. While most people chase likes and comments, these individuals rely on self-validation. They don't need to announce their lives to feel good about them, and that's a quiet sign of inner security. 2. Strong self-awareness. Research on self-concept clarity shows that people who share less online tend to have a solid sense of who they are. They know their values, goals, and what really matters without needing outside approval. They're less likely to follow trends or compare themselves to others. Their happiness comes from within, not from reactions on a screen. 3. Emotionally secure. Posting less often reflects secure self-esteem, the kind of confidence that doesn't need attention to survive. They don't post selfies to prove their worth because they already feel complete. Psychologists say people with this balance are less anxious, less approval-seeking, and more focused on real-world goals. 4. Deep thinkers, not show-offs. Quiet people online are often introspective. They think before they speak, and they post only when it means something. This comes from a mindset called an internal locus of evaluation. They measure themselves by their own standards, not others. They prefer genuine conversations over surface-level attention. 5. They see through the digital illusion. They understand how easily social media can distort reality. Through social comparison theory, psychologists explain how we often measure ourselves against other people's highlight reels. By staying low-key, they protect their mental health from that constant comparison cycle. They choose peace over performance. So, next time you notice someone who doesn't post their pictures, don't assume they're shy or antisocial. They might just be more grounded, self-aware, and emotionally intelligent than most people online. They don't need to be seen to feel seen, and that's real confidence. But here is the deeper truth. In today's world, silence is misunderstood. We've been conditioned to believe that if you're not posting, you're not living. But that couldn't be further from reality. For many, not posting is a conscious act of self-control. It's choosing presence over performance. They live their moments instead of curating them. They feel joy without needing an audience. And in a digital age built on oversharing, that's becoming a rare kind of strength. Psychologists call this digital detachment. It's the ability to stay connected to yourself, even while disconnected from the noise. People who master this skill often show higher focus, better mental clarity, and stronger emotional boundaries. They aren't escaping reality, they're protecting it. Think about it. Every photo we post online is like a small piece of our identity, handed over for judgment. But people who stay private keep those pieces for themselves. They don't need to prove, perform, or persuade. They've already accepted who they are. And that's the real flex. Not attention, but authenticity. So, if you're someone who doesn't post much, don't feel out of place. You're not behind. You're aware. You see through the illusion. And while others are busy trying to be seen, you're busy being centered. Because real confidence isn't loud. It's calm, it's quiet, and it never needs to explain itself. If you enjoyed this breakdown of human behavior, stick around, because here we don't just talk about people's habits, we uncover the psychology behind them. Hit that follow or subscribe button, and let's keep decoding the human mind, one insight at a time.